Yo guys, how you doing? Today's tournament video is gonna be about the Arnold Classic, so let's get into this. After the US Nationals, I was motivated as hell to clash with all the big names in the US. I was training with Tim and Ron over a half year now, and my confidence was through the roof going into this one. We all knew that the main favorite in this one is Crazy George, so all the guys from Team Dungeon were helping me prepare for this puzzle. I learned a ton of stuff during this preparation about straps, how to use them, how to set them up, and that the side of the strap in the matches like this does matter. I was still predominantly an inside player. My outside game was good, but I didn't understand it as much. I wasn't as fluid in it, and I think that was the biggest thing I was missing going into this match. For those who don't know who Crazy George is this 70 years old guy from Canada. He's a real fucking living legend, despite a lot of people criticizing his style of pulling. He's an Arnold Classic champion 13 years in a row, unbeaten. He wasn't competing last year, but I hope he's alright and he will be competing next year. We were competing just right-handed because at the Arnold Classic there is no left hand. I was competing in 176 class, which is 80 kilo class. I couldn't find the results from the tournament, but I can say there was from 10 to 15 people in our category, from all around the US, Canada, Kazakhstan, Korea, and me. I weighed in at 175 in my clothes, and because of that I let myself a little loose during the hydration and I ate too much, and I think I food poisoned myself a little. I spent the night at toilet with stomach aches and on the phone with my brother, and I slept maybe like 3 hours, but I don't really think it affected my performance the next day. I think I lost the video of my very first round with a guy that I don't remember the name of, and I also don't remember the name of the guy from this video, which I'm really sorry for, man, but we never really met again. But let's watch the clip.
Breaks your winner on table 3.
I remember thinking that that guy was a little bit small for 176 class. When I saw him there first, I thought he's in the 154s.
On deck, Ashton,
Craig Tullier going around.
and Zola on deck.
Lars Robkakin on the left side.
We will have the prejudging for the Arnold Classic men's
Come on, guys.
212 class. That's at noon.
Zola running around in the background.
Arnold Model Search. 1:30 Arnold Model Search here on the expo stage.
Fuck you.
Brian Barnett, winner on table 3. Table 3, I need Zola and Dawson. Table 3. On deck, table 3, ladies, Ashley and Debbie on deck. Philip, winner on table 2.
Okay. Quick win. I didn't really waste much energy. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Brandon Simpson, if I remember correctly. This guy scared me as hell because I was so confident in my hook. I thought I'm gonna just go through everybody because I felt so strong. And then we met with this guy, and you will see it. Let's watch it.
Workshop at noon, Concord Terrace today. Orlando Pace will be conducting a workshop.
Brian Tateson going in with Kim. Table 1. B-side, who's around. On deck, table 1. Taekyun Lee on deck, table 1, and Mike Homewood on deck, table 1.
Oh my goodness, it's my guys.
My friend picking up girls.
Philip on your left, Brandon on.
As you could see, my leg slipped and I fell from the bed, and thanks God to the ref for giving me just a foul, because that could be immediate loss. And yeah, I was like, who the hell is this guy? Let's watch what happened next.
How's my time?
You can see Crazy George in the background. So we're in the hug again.
William is your and Kim is. Let's give her a hand. Number one. Brian Barnett and Ashton on deck.
So this time it was him who elbow fouled. I would say it was in the losing position a little, but it was just fair to give him a foul because basically the same thing happened to me. So anyway, let's watch what happened next. So our third match.
Mike Homewood, your winner. Let's take only a hand out of that division from South Korea. Table 1, Dimitri and Blaine Middleton, table 1.
Man, I look like a rock star with the long hair. Anyway, this match was a lot faster. I felt he's changing the technique a little and I used it as easy entry for my press. But this guy surprised me a lot. Strong as hell. Too bad we never met again. Next year, the year when George wasn't there, he won our category. So he's really good. I'm going to get back to this match a little bit later in the video. So for now, let's watch the next match. Okay, so my fourth match with George. So I came there first because I wanted to be sure that I'm going to be on the good side of the strap because that was kind of part of my plan. But George came up there and he was like, I want to be on this side of the table. So ref said, you know what guys, I'm going to flip a coin for you. You know, I was okay with it. It was fair. I lost the coin flip, so I went to the other side of the table and we pulled. So let's watch what happened first. Man, I look so cool with the long hair.
Ladies 176 are in the top 3, so we'll see you tomorrow. We do have awards, first and fourth place in all divisions. You're going to strap up table number 1, Boston on your right from Armenia, and Kazakhstan on your left.
Okay, so we slept and we went to the strap.
Valley out of that we went today. Table 2. Kevin and Yevgeny.
So he elbow fouled. There was a cut between videos for 3 seconds because my friend was expert in recording.
Table 1, Debbie and Yevgeny a side on 2. On deck table 1, Brian Barnett, Craig Chouye. Brian and Craig Chouye on deck on table 1.
So my initial plan was to hit high, regrip a few times and then go for the side. But for some reason I couldn't regrip as good as I wanted to. I was on the bad side of the strap and it was pretty tight, but I don't think it was that. I think it was more of the way of his pulling and putting the pressure on me that really disabled me from climbing. But you couldn't see that because my friend didn't record like first 15 seconds of the match. So I decided I'm gonna go straight for the press. I mean, he was strong, but I felt like I can pin it. So I went for it, but there is that point like I'm going, and then I hit the wall. And it doesn't matter how hard I try, the race just goes. So after that, I was sitting there for a few seconds, but then I decided I'd rather do an elbow foul, restrap it and give it one more try, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. So let's watch it.
Each side. Moves around.
So
Wow. Great match. Let's see if somebody can, if Filip has what it takes to beat George. George, 10-time Arnold champion in his 60s. Elbow on this side.
So here in this match, I started catching up a little. I understood that the way I trained was completely useless because he's pulling completely different way than I was training for. So I hit and I hit that spot where he's like a wall again, and I starting to lose a wrist. So I wanted to come back, and I realized when I come back, I regain everything back, because he was strong, but it wasn't the same thing as his king's move. So I came back, and I tried to climb, and I was slowly getting higher and higher, but I elbow fouled. But at this point, I somehow realized what way I have to go and what I have to do if I want to beat him. But I had to go to semifinals first and beat the guy that was waiting there to get to the finals with George. So let's see what happens. So let's see what happened there. On the Arnold Classic, the qualification is happening one day, and the semifinals and the finals are happening the next day. So as I was leaving to my hotel room and adrenaline was leaving my body, I started to feel that there is something going on in my elbow. I believe it happened in the very first match with the Brandon. When my leg slipped and my elbow fell from the pad, I overstretched it. I spent the whole evening in my hotel room with my arm wrapped in the towel full of ice, and I was thinking if I should compete with an arm like this when there is Dan Gallo waiting for me in the semifinals. This injury is actually a reason why my left got so much better, but I'm gonna talk about it in the next video. It is bothering me a little bit till this day, and it's actually the only real injury I ever had from arm wrestling. But I can't train my arm because of it till this day, so my left and my right. But anyway, I somehow made it there next day. I tried to pull with that arm, and let's watch the video from semifinals with Dan.
Dan on your right, Filip on your left. B side loser takes third, both gentlemen with one loss. We got the ladies on the B side on your right. Jose on your left from Canada. Elvira on.
Okay, so he had a really weird style. He was sitting low but his hand high. And yeah, I went through it with a press. But to be 100% honest, this wasn't a real match. In the first match that I don't have on the video, we end up in the hook and I fell from the pad and I got a foul. Then this was the second match, and as I pinned him, he fell from the pad and he had a foul. So then in the third match, they decided to put us in a referee's grip and he moved in it, so I had a win. But I don't have any of those on the video, so don't kill me guys, and let's watch the final match. Yeah, and one more thing, the elbow wasn't bothering me that much. I think because of the adrenaline rush, I didn't feel that much pain in it. So I was able to pull. So anyway, let's watch the final. Okay, so now, why I told you the story about the coin flipping. The other day in the finals, I knew that I don't have to rush there because we're gonna be flipping coins anyway. So I came there and George was already there. So I was like, okay, we both won that side, so let's flip a coin. And referee was like, he was here first, he can choose the side that he wants to be on. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, it pissed me so much. I thought I'm gonna kill someone. Like, that was so fucked up, man. So I went to the other side of the strap and we slipped immediately because we both know we're gonna go there. So as he was strapping us, I look at him, I was like, please don't strap it so tight because it hurts. And of course it didn't hurt. I just wanted the strap to be a little bit looser so it's easier for me to climb. So Rev looked at me and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure you have it extremely tight. And he tightened up so much, I fucking lost my blood flow in my head. So from that point, I knew everything is ruined. I was on the bad side of the strap and now this. So they started it and I was trying to climb, but it was impossible. It was so tight, it was impossible. So I tried again, I just tried to press it. It didn't work. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna foul. I'm gonna tell them to put the strap down and maybe he gonna forget about it and he gonna let it at least a little bit looser so I can climb at least a little the way I wanted to. But he strapped us as tight again. So this video is from the second match because the first one that I was talking about, I don't have on the video. Sorry guys. So when he strapped us again and he was tight again, I was like, okay, there is no point in trying to attack and climb. I'm gonna just sit here and save my energy and wait for his mistake and at least try to foul him out or something, and then I can go to the other side of the table and maybe I'm gonna do something there. So let's watch what happened, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit later.
From Russia on your left, Yekaterina and Debbie.
So I just hit,
Yekaterina, your
and I
ladies
sit there,
champion.
and I was
Let's
like,
give her
okay,
a
I'm gonna
hand.
wait a little, maybe he's gonna do some bullshit. Now I will try to push him to the side, because I saw his elbow is at the edge of the bed from the right side. Yeah, now, up, and I elbow foul. And that was my second foul.
2 elbow fouls on Filip. George,
You
win
see,
there. Let's
you
give
can
those
see how
guys
mad I
a
was like, no man, this isn't right. And yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I get it. You're a referee. It's the hardest job in the world. One side's gonna be mad either way. But this is the kind of bullshit that shouldn't be happening. Anyway, I finished second after Crazy George, and I don't think I would beat him anyway that day, because my outside game wasn't advanced enough to understand what to do. Even though I think I really cracked the code, I don't think I would beat him that day. During the next year, I evolved as an arm wrestler, and I really do believe that I will be able to beat George. Good side, bad side. Right now, I will be able to climb. Doesn't matter the way he's pulling or how tight the strap is. I even challenged him for a super match because nobody had balls to do it because of his endurance. One promoter even tried to set our super match in his tournament, but George declined for his personal reasons. But if he's healthy, I would still love to have that super match. So hey WL, I beat both your champions, lightweight and middleweight. Set this match up and I'm gonna make it the biggest show you ever had. But back to the point. This competition was overall a great experience. I met the guys from the Iron Ratings. They did a little interview with me, but they never shared it. And I met Dimitri Trubin. And I also met this killer. Now all jokes aside, Scott is a great dude. He came to me and he congratulated me and he was like, man, your technique is great. And he's just a really good dude. And yeah, this is gonna be it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I think I'm gonna do at least one more video like this. So let me know in the comment section if you want more videos like this. And hope you have a fucking amazing day, guys.